What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and unfortunately I don't have a super updated status as to what is going on in Jupiter, Florida right now, because I'm recording this on Thursday, and while you guys are watching it, it is currently Saturday, which means a lot could have happened between now and then. As of Thursday, not a whole lot has been done. I'm starting to lose confidence because yes, they are meeting every day for 4+ hours, but unfortunately neither side is really budging. They are coming back and forth with proposals, but it's not really serious proposals. They know the other side is going to reject it, and every time a meeting ends, both sides come out saying they felt underwhelmed. This is not good news because as you guys are watching this now, they have 48 hours to figure out whether or not they're going to get a deal done, because as of February 28th, if a deal is not in place, the MLB has stated that they are prepared to cancel games. That means that they are not delayed. We are not going to see those games ever. They are canceled. I am real worried about that, and I'm trying to stay positive, but at the same time, I am losing confidence. I will keep you guys updated on Twitter and stuff like that if you want to follow me. The @ is on the screen now, but that is not the focus of today, because today we are focusing on another installment of Fenway Futures. If you are new to this channel and you don't know what that is, Fenway Futures is a series on this channel where I pick a Red Sox top prospect. We go over who they are, how they play, and what their impact on the future Red Sox might look like. If that's something you might be into, I have an entire playlist on my channel dedicated to this series, so take a look at that. And as always, before we get into anything today, do me a favor, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We are only about 50 subscribers away from 500. I'm going to do something special at 500. I haven't entirely figured that out yet. I think by the end of next week, I'll have a plan for you guys for that. But make sure you hit that button so we are almost there when I do. Also, make sure that you guys have hit that like button as well. And thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. As you just saw, the player I'm going to talk about today is Jimenez. Jimenez is a 21-year-old outfield prospect for the Boston Red Sox. He is originally from the Dominican Republic and was signed during the international free agent signing period in 2017. Jimenez is currently the 10th overall highest Red Sox farm system player, but he did not crack the top 100 prospect yet for the entire MLB. One cool fact about Jimenez is that he decided to start switch hitting after he got signed with the Red Sox. To me, that's pretty impressive to go your entire life hitting from one side of the plate, and then once you get signed by a big league team, you decide to switch over to the other side and make yourself a more versatile piece. To me, it's pretty impressive. As for his actual hitting at the plate, Jimenez has raw power that he is yet to tap into fully to make it an everyday tool. We get glimpses once in a while where Jimenez can hit a ball really far or really hard, but is not as consistent as most people want it to be. As for his contact, he's almost too good at hitting balls. What I mean by that is once in a while he'll get on streaks where his discipline wavers a little bit and he starts to put his bat to balls that probably shouldn't be hit. They end up being weak ground balls or pop outs, and if he wants to make it to the big leagues, he's going to have to refine his power and improve his plate discipline. However, he does have some very serious upsides though, and one of that is his speed. He is lightning quick. He has plus speed that allows him to beat out ground balls to third base, that allows him to turn singles into doubles, and if he can work on his mechanics and his timing on the base pass, he could be a prolific stealer. In 2021, Jimenez spent most of his time in single A, where he had an average of 306, an on-base percentage of 346, a slug of 405. He had 3 home runs, 16 doubles, and 56 RBIs all over 94 games. Now, like I said, Jimenez has a couple of different weapons that he has besides his discipline and his raw power, and one of those strengths is his fielding. The combination of his plus speed and his very strong arm, combined with the fact that he has lightning fast reaction to balls hit in the air, make him a pretty deadly fielder. most scouts say that Jimenez is the Red Sox best defensive prospect, which is a pretty big honor to have because our farm system is very, very deep right now. Jimenez player scouting report is below, and it's almost exactly what I just said. He's got plus fielding, plus speed, but his power and his hit are about average, which makes sense. Again, he still has to tap into that raw power. Jimenez is expected to come up in 2023. The question is, what is his path to the majors going to look like, and how is it going to affect the Red Sox going forward? In my opinion, a player like Jimenez can end up one of two ways. The first way is that he ends up going through the minors and never fully refining his power or improving his plate discipline, and he ends up being a strictly fielding first center fielder. It reminds me a lot of Jackie Bradley Jr., who always had that raw power during the minors but could never put it together in the majors. If that's the case, it's not an entirely bad thing for the Red Sox, because Jimenez can come up as a utility outfielder who is also an extremely valuable pinch runner and can fill in the outfield and fill in the outfield very well when guys need days off or guys need to take a break because they aren't doing too well. There are a bunch of ways you can use this guy as a bench player, but I think the Red Sox are expecting more out of him. And what I mean by that is Jacoby Ellsbury. Jimenez, if he is able to put together his power and hitting issues and figure it out throughout his career in the minors, he could come up and be very similar to a Jacoby Ellsbury type player. Very fast, very good bat, and maybe even a better center fielder. If that is the case, there is no doubt in my mind that the Red Sox will make room for him in a full-time position. Not to mention, the Red Sox desperately need some speed. No speed probably won't win you championships, but speed also helps a lot in very specific situations. It definitely helps when you have such a big outfield that has crazy corners and stuff like that at like Fenway Park, and it also helps you win important games. Look at Dave Roberts, for example. The Red Sox right now currently only really have Jarren Duran and Danny Santana. So if Jimenez can figure out his struggles at the plate, I could see him coming up very quickly. My guess is as early as beginning of 2023, maybe even breaking camp with the team. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of Jimenez. Do you think he has what it takes to be a Jacoby Ellsbury level player, at least while he was on the Red Sox? Or do you think he kind of turns into a Jackie Bradley situation? Let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, I always say this because there really are a million different ways that prospects can go, and I love hearing all the different opinions. So make sure you guys comment what you think down below. Also, if you've made it to the end of this video, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Again, we are very close to 500 subscribers, so every subscriber that we get towards that means a whole lot to me. Also, make sure you guys like these videos. It is important to like these videos during the lockout because it means that they get more views on a sport that isn't getting a lot of views right now. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the next one.